like some of us are, and they've lost their faith. Well, faith is really simple. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. All that means is in the beginning, you just hope something pop up. You know, you just kind of hope something happened for you. I was hoping I would get on TV. I wrote it on a piece of paper when I was 10. I want to be on TV. The problem I had when I wrote it at 10 was I suffered from a severe stuttering problem. I could not talk outside of my house. So can you imagine what I wrote on a piece of paper? I want to be on TV and turned that in. But when I wrote it on the paper, it wasn't factual. It was just hope. You just got to start with the hope. Faith is the substance of things that you hope for. You just hope something, John. Then what happened is through grace and favor, he give you a couple of them things you hope for, and then you're supposed to start believing then. Because now it turns into faith. But if you take this scripture, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What is the evidence of things not seen? I just told it to you. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attraction. But guess what? Your imagination really is. It's the evidence of things not seen. Because your imagination, you know why it's the evidence of things not seen? Because you're the only one can see it. Your imagination is actually God showing you a preview of a coming attraction that he has for you. The moment you don't believe in your imagination, you negate what he got for you. Your imagination is the preview to life's coming attraction. It is the evidence of things not seen. Because can't nobody see it with you. Your problem is you keep telling your imagination to the wrong people. See, if you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. It's dead. How many times, man, have you had a tremendous idea? Something you thought was the one, and you went and told it to your loved ones and your so-called friends, and they shot it down. I mean, you was convinced that it was just, oh man, I just came to you. And you told it to them and they shot it down. And you thought since they was your loved ones and their friends and they got your best interests at heart, you believed them. You was wrong. You let them talk you out of what God got for you. Some of y'all still sitting here with the ambition of opening a business one day, but you scared to go start the business because you got a job and you got bills. Rich people got bills. Everybody got bills. Hell, I got bills. Everybody owes somebody something. I got something with the bank right now. You're going to let the fact that you got some bills stop you from opening the business, the thing that God done put in your imagination. So you're going to squash that because you got bills. Everybody got bills. Your real life is in your imagination. Can you grab what I'm telling you? So I don't know what you thought I was going to say to you. I'm just a real dude. I don't even have the education you all have. I flunked out school. I ain't got no education. I don't use 4-syllable words. Look, what I'm sharing with you is stuff that everybody can apply today. If you're sitting in here thinking that you're too old to listen, you're sitting in here thinking that you're too old to listen to what Steve, hell, I'm 60, but I still rely on my imagination. See, if you think you're too old to make it, let me give you a prime example. Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders has been frying chicken his whole life.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully y'all are feeling amazing. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. This is episode number 199. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody that takes the time to get on this show. We will get started in a couple of minutes, just a few more minutes. Just want to give people some time to hop on. But feel free, get your notepads, note pens, pads, papers, everything, because today's show is going to be extremely bullish. We have a lot of video content to cover, and that's why I said we're going to get started in the next 1 to 2 minutes. So please send out the last minute reminders to group chats, your friends, your family, because I promise you today, just like every other call, is specifically one that they do not want to miss out on. I have some special announcements, things that I'm going to be doing, celebrating episode 200, and I'm going to do this especially for everybody because I want people to really win. 200 episodes is a really, really big win for me, and I want to make sure that you feel like you also won with sticking with us for the last 200 episodes. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. Let's get it.
Has been frying chicken his whole life. He was telling everybody he had the best chicken in the world. Ain't nobody believing. They turned him down everywhere. Colonel Sanders didn't get a franchise till he was in his 60s. Kentucky Fried Chicken sell more chicken than anybody in the world today. So if you're sitting there thinking because you got a little gray on you, you're too late, as long as God waking you up in the morning, that's the sign that he ain't through with you. So what you tripping for? You sitting up in here like God can't do nothing for you because you 60. Man, you know what I'm asking God for right now? And I'm 60. If you could see my vision board, you would be blown away. Because I got enough right now. I really know. But I ain't in the need business. I'm in the want business. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting something. Quit going down to these churches y'all sitting up in here going down to, keeping you in these little boxes. God got a big life for you. The smallest scripture I ever read changed my life. The scripture real simple. You have not because you ask not. Do you know the difference that could make in your life? I'm just giving you real talk now. I'm just trying to tell you how I got here. See, I have no education. When the last time you really asked me for something? Or do you keep making requests that's inside the confines of your paycheck? When you gonna get outside of that? Didn't I just tell you God ain't in your paycheck? Didn't I just tell you he ain't in your job title? The life God got for you is in your imagination. Why you still imagining stuff? Why you keep dreaming of a summer home? Why you keep dreaming of retirement, leaving your grandkids money? So I'm at the age now where I think about my grandkids. I got 7 TV shows. Dog, I only need one. It won't pay me enough money. I need 4 for my wife. The other 3 is for the grandkids. I just need one. I do not live my life in the confines of what anybody says to me. I let my imagination go, and now imagination is a preview to life's coming attraction.
Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, family. I appreciate everybody for being here this morning. How are y'all doing? Let's go ahead and drop some energy in the chat box, man. Let's get the energy. Let's get the energy up. Let's get it up. Let's pick it up, man. Y'all know how I do it. Definitely need the coffee. Definitely need the energy. And we need some more people on the live Zoom call. So let's go ahead and send this link out a little bit more. Shout out to YouTube that is on the call live right now. You know, I know 10 a.m. is a commitment, you know what I mean? That's why I did it at 10 a.m., you know? I believe that commit is really what can change everything. It's the level of commitment to one's craft. It's the level of commitment to your investments, right? Welcome to the call. Y'all give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to figure out my my camera situation real quick. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Just trying to make sure everything is set up properly real quick. Man, okay, there we go. Okay, hold on. My computer is running slow this morning. I think I just have too many tabs open all over the place, and I forgot to clear it out before the show. So y'all bear with me as I work through technology real quick, as I work through the technology, you know, quick little issues that we having, but it ain't much, you know what I mean? Small things to a giant. You know, that's really what I look at it as, small things to a giant. So give me 2 seconds as I clear out these tabs and just try to get everything working properly so everybody can enjoy the show today. All right. So first things first is the camera. Can we get the camera open? No, I think so. All right, there we go. So we got the camera open. It's a movie now. All right, welcome to the call, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Does anybody play pool? That's one though. Any of y'all play pool? Anybody play pool? If anybody wants to smoke, you in Atlanta, we can meet at your local pool hall or we can meet here. You know what I'm saying? Brian, you don't want this smoke, man. Brian don't want this smoke, man. Don't. Hey, look. Hey, Brian, you don't want this smoke, man. This ain't the smoke you want, bro. You know what I mean? Like I was just in the mood. I was in the mood to just talk junk to somebody. So I'm glad Brian in DC said something, man. I'm in the mood to just talk junk. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just be in the mood to talk junk. So I woke up on that side of the bed. I just want to talk a little junk to somebody right now. All right. So Brian, hey, Brian, if you feeling froggy, you could, hey, you can pull up, bro. Pull up right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, watch Brian beat the brakes off of me. Brian come down here, beat the brakes off of me, and then go back home. I'll be mad. Him and Tandra, both of them gonna come here and beat the brakes off of me and then leave. My boy TJ said, "Been a while since I shot some pool out here." All right, out here. That's how TJ say out here. I believe that's what ain't that what TJ say? Y'all be like out here. Yo, shout out to everybody, man. Look, if you on Twitter right now, YouTube, and you don't know what's going on, this is a real family environment. Like I really enjoy the community. Like I appreciate the humble and small beginnings because it'll really allow for all of us to appreciate when we really get discovered and blow all the way up. And so I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity to just start with humble beginnings. Shout out to Billy over on YouTube. Appreciate you being over there supporting on the YouTube. With that being said, look, we got a lot of content to cover today. I don't got time to just be sitting around scoffing and stuff. Before we get into the whole debacle, of everything that's happening right now, the SEC still being trash, all those types of things, right? I want to take us back on a little history journey. Y'all know how I like to do it, right? So this particular video is called Growing Up with Dial-Up Internet. Does anybody remember dial-up internet? Anybody remember that? Man, anybody remember dial-up internet? Like crazy how far we've come, in the space of technology. So I want to play this just to be a quick little, I want to take y'all back real quick, make it real nostalgic for some of y'all. Some of y'all was in your prime. Some people on this call was in your prime when dial-up internet came out, you was like 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. You same age as me. And this internet came out. All right. And look at where we are today. Sheesh. Let's get it.
I grew up with dial-up internet, or the internet that makes that noise. At the time, there was no internet provider with fast internet that served our area in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, so the only option for our family was dial-up. If you think your local Taco Bell's internet is slow, think again. If I had to describe dial-up internet in one sentence, it would be this. It's slow, annoying, and noisy, but it works. By today's standards, dial-up internet is bad, but it gets the job done. It's better than no internet. If you don't know what dial-up internet is, it's internet that goes through the phone line. You know those big poles along the side of the road? Yeah, that's what dial-up internet runs through. You can start to imagine how slow this could get now. Slow YouTube? You mean no YouTube, no Instagram, slow Facebook, Netflix, out of the question. If you had dial-up internet, you couldn't watch this video. When I was 6, I went to the library and looked at the computers in the children's section. I saw this kid playing an online game and watching YouTube at the same time. My 6-year-old mind was like, whoa, their computer could do that? Dial-up sure couldn't do that. Just to give you a little perspective, here's how long it'll take to load a Google search result. And here goes. That felt like an eternity. It takes about a minute and a half, but you get my point. Dial-up is super slow. My parents luckily had two separate phone lines, one for the internet and one for the actual phone. So I never had my internet cut while using the computer by someone picking up the phone. I heard that was terrible. In first grade, I found this game at my school called Snail Bob 2. The game was online and I wanted to play it at home. So the next morning, when I woke up for school, I went down to the computer and started to load the game. I left the game loading so I could play it when I got home. At 4 o'clock when I got home, I raced to the computer and checked if it was done. The game was still loading.
Yo, this is crazy because I remember, like, this was so nostalgic for me because, like, I remember going to school, downloading the game. Anybody remember Rune? Like, I don't know if y'all nerds like me. I don't know if y'all, it's like, I know we got different ages on here, but there was a game called RuneScape that I used to love. RuneScape. RuneScape was the reason why I even created my Yahoo email address, which I still have today. I still have and access that email address, right? But it's crazy that this was like a real thing. You had to download games, and the games would still be downloaded after 8 hours of being at school. It's like a whole shift.
It was still loading. I waited 8 whole hours for this game to load, and it hadn't finished yet. The game eventually loaded in the evening, and I got to play Snail Bob 2. But it took 12 hours, all for a game that takes 24 seconds to load now.
Dang.
When I was 9, my house finally got satellite internet. Satellite internet is not your normal everyday internet. Again, because broadband internet is not an option, this is the second best. Satellite internet is one of those things that sounds cool, but actually sucks. Internet troubles didn't end here. The satellite internet had a 20 gigabyte data limit. It works like a cell phone plan. Once you reach the data limit, you're out of luck. Your internet speed would go down to dial-up speed. So our family would have pretty good internet the whole month if we just used it for email and search results. But if one of us started to watch YouTube or literally any other video for a long time, well, back to dial-up we went. It gets worse. Satellite internet is super laggy for live streams. No Twitch for you. Satellite internet is extremely expensive. Just look it up. It costs $50 for 20 gigs of data per month. The worst thing about satellite internet is slow or non-existent in any type of bad weather. Rain, no Wi-Fi. Snow, no Wi-Fi. Fog, no Wi-Fi. But compared to dial-up internet, satellite internet was blazing fast. I have decent internet now, but I appreciate fast internet more. I remember the old days of dial-up, how slow it was, how patient you had to be, how annoying it was. If you're watching this video, be glad you don't have this.
Wow. All right. So I wanted to first share that video because it kind of puts us more in perspective of what we're investing into, right? Right now, our money, our financial system, the way that we use, the way that we send and receive data is dial-up, right? Whether you like it or not, cash is dial-up, checks is dial-up, T+3, T+2, and T+1, which is transaction day. T+2 is a transaction plus 2 days to settle. T+1 is transaction day plus 1 day to settle. T+0 or T0 is going to be your same day settlement, which is the same as that upgrade that we're going to get in the financial system. So I wasn't everything was planned. Everything was premeditated. You know what I mean? This show that we're for the murder today, this was premeditated. Episode 200 is premeditated. I got CJ the smart guy coming on there. Can we drop some coffee real quick for my guy? I got CJ the smart guy, who is a licensed bookkeeper and also a tax advisor who specializes specifically in crypto taxes. And he's a black man. So therefore, you know I have to bring him through because one of our biggest things here on the show is highlighting people of color who are out here really changing and paving the way. Because I want for the youth, I want people to go back to these and be able to see that, hey, I can be a tax advisor, but I can have an ancillary tax advising business and I can specify in crypto taxes. You know what? I can have this, I can have that, I can have the third, but it can be Web3 based. It can have a different focus. I want kids to be more encouraged. I also want to put out there because I believe closed mouths don't get fed. If you have any relationship with any school district, I'm talking about Atlanta public schools, New York public schools, San Diego public schools, DeKalb County public schools, Fulton County, Clayton County, Henry County, I don't care, Miami. I am ready. Okay, I am ready, and we have a team. We have a team of individuals who really are young, kids can relate to. If you really think about the crypto nerds, the leadership over there, here, Coffee and Crypto, the collaboration that we have, you got to realize something, family. You got to realize that we are in a space right now where we can make a huge impact. And kids, they need this information. So if you have any relationship with school districts, please DM me. You can email us at coffeeandcryptopodcast@gmail.com, or you can just text my direct number, the Coffee and Crypto hotline number. You can text 404-703-9243. Again, that's 404-703-9243. And you can text me school or something like that. And I'll reach out and let's get this thing popping. You know what I mean? We have the education, we have everything we need. And now we're ready to go inside the schools. We have books. We have everything we need to go make a major impact. And I'm not looking to do it by myself. I'm looking to do it with as many people that want to do it with me. So if that's something you're interested in, is impacting the youth, just drop a 777 in the chat box. And if you're really interested in this initiative and you want to join me on this pursuit, please text that number 404-703-9243 and let's impact the next generation. Okay, that's the next step. That's the next step of what we have to do. I'm not just talking about it. Y'all, you're about to see. Action, action, action. That's it. Action. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I do have another thing that I want to share real quick before we get into the show. I just want to show you all that I have a brand new book that's out. It's called Banking on the Chain. Okay, it's pre-order right now. You guys can go and pre-order it for a lower price before the cost of the book goes up just by a couple of bucks, right? But I wanted to give a discount for pre-orders. You can click the link in my bio. If you wait till the end of the call, I will be dropping this link. But most of y'all should have my link tree already, Coffee and Crypto's link tree. You guys can go and grab this book. This is the 6 action steps to create wealth in crypto. 6 action steps. Listen, you don't need that many steps to create it, but you need 6 action steps. If you're brand new, if you're intermediate or you're advanced, this book will be great for you because you can send this book out. It's an ebook and you can educate other people around you. So I would really appreciate the support. I write these books for the world, not just for myself. And I definitely appreciate each and every single one of you all that constantly support what it is that I do to just continue to keep keep the dream and keep the faith and keep this, this train moving forward. With that being said, I got another major announcement. Helium Mobile. I've been telling you all about Helium Mobile. Okay. I'm actually about to switch my T-Mobile line over completely. And I'm going to have 2 phones on Helium Mobile. So I have 2 phones. Both will be on Helium Mobile after the end of this week because it's just that good. So I want to show you all and update you what's going on right now with Wi-Fi to Life in Mexico. Pay attention.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're here with our friend Cesar. I'm just going to introduce himself in a second. And we're after a couple of days of heavy testing here in Mexico, and maybe I would like to hear from our friend Cesar. Maybe you can introduce yourself, and we'll prompt you to start this project really because it's so new. And what's in it from the future?
Hello, everyone. Super excited to be here. Wow, it's been an incredible journey so far. When we started this vision of connecting through decentralized Wi-Fi, we really didn't know how to really do it, and now it's coming to to a reality, and it's really, really, really cool. So basically, I'm part of Telefonica. I am working on the technology side of things. I have been pushing this decentralized coverage from the very early days, and I'm super happy to see it working. These days have been incredible. I'm super tired. This is not my normal face.
Yeah, we've been.
I'm very tired. I haven't slept, but it's for a good reason. The solution is working great. We have big hopes, and we really hope that we can really grow this fast and everywhere, not only in Mexico. Keep it up, community.
Bye. Bye.
There it is, y'all. So understand something, whether you believe it or not, okay? I showed you a video in the beginning for a reason, dial-up internet, because we saw the dial-up part. We saw the transition of how phones went from dial-up to 5G to now it's not just the service that's being changed, not just the service providers that's being changed, but the infrastructure of centralized telecommunications and decentralized telecommunications. This is the upgrade. So with you not investing into decentralized telecommunications, I don't know what to tell you, bruh. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. We've seen the transition from 1991, from the phone that was as big as my water bottle. You used to have to flip that bad boy open like that right there. Hello? Hey, Noit, can you hear me? Okay? Can you hear me now? We went from that in 1991. All right, this size phone to a phone with no buttons now. A phone with no buttons. How did we do that? Time did that. Just let time continue to unveil itself in decentralized telecommunications and allow yourself not to be invested and watch how you feel in a couple of years. But with that being said, I want to play a quick clip. This one ain't that quick, but I really wanted to really show this. I'm gonna show about 8 minutes of this particular video because Michael Saylor, you know, he was barking up the right tree for a little bit in what he was talking about, but then he went down the wrong path, and he always goes down the wrong path. Hey, and if I bought Bitcoin before $1 too, and I own hundreds of thousands of Bitcoins or whatever I own, listen, or millions of Bitcoin, if I would own MicroStrategy, I would be pushing and pumping Bitcoin as well. So I'm not mad at Michael, but we also got to understand where he's coming from as an investor. Enjoy.
This, of course, is my favorite subject. There's no better way, no way I'd prefer to start the day than talking about Bitcoin and why there is no second best.
Wow.
I had an occasion to consider this phrase as I prepared this presentation, and I just thought it resonated across so many different dimensions. And so I started considering, what is the best idea, right? What is the best? And I think that in the modern era, in the 21st century, I think we can agree that the best idea has been digital transformation. And the companies that have reshaped the world over the past 30 years are Microsoft and Apple and Google and Facebook and NVIDIA. And they stand for digital books and digital entertainment and digital intelligence and digital communications and digital memories. And of course, as they dematerialize those products, as our recorders drop away or dematerialize, and our CDs and our libraries dematerialize, and as our services dematerialize, there's just a massive amount of economic energy that's been given out. There's an extraordinary amount of efficiency. Now you can give a book to 1 billion people, or you can give Beethoven's Ninth Symphony to 1 billion people, and you can do it for the cost of some incremental electricity. And the big winners were the investors in these companies, and the companies themselves became, as powerful as nation states. Now, how good an idea is digital transformation? Well, it's good enough that in many years, 100% of the return for the S&P are attributable to just 7 companies. 1% of the companies have all the result. In other words, if you're not doing this, then you're just working very hard, and working harder just doesn't get ahead. This is a snapshot in the year 2023, and it just shows you, A, how good that idea is, and B, just how much trouble you're in if you're not actually surfing a digital wave here. 7 companies have all the returns in the S&P index.
Wow.
493 companies return nothing.
I want y'all to realize something real quick. And we have a long video, so I don't want to take too much time, but this is an important chart right here, because this is the S&P 500 index, and that is an index, right? It shows the top 500. I believe crypto could have its own type of S&P index within itself of all the top companies, right? I mean, it's kind of what coin market cap is. It's kind of, when you look at the Bitcoin, Ethereum dominance, and we went over that actually on our Saturday call. Okay. However, if you look at this, the way that it went, all 493 of the top companies in the United States literally went sideways all of 2023. The only ones that had true elevation were these tech companies, the top 7 tech companies. And so if you're not in tech right now, you're really not growing. If you think about it, healthcare companies that's winning right now, Eli Lilly, they're heavy in AI, they're heavy in tech. Okay, tech is where it's at, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. Let's go.
Okay, this is not a value judgment. The truth is, probably the people that work for the 493 companies worked harder. They worked harder. They're probably smarter. They got paid less, and they're taking an extraordinary beating and a burden on their back, trying to fight against a digital wave. But life isn't fair, and certainly the global economy isn't fair. If you're the winner, you're the winner. And if you get on the wrong side of a trend, then you just get gradually crushed.
Wow.
So this is a sobering observation, but it's a reminder that if you're going to invest and if you're going to align yourself with an idea, it better be the best idea, because the second best idea, as you can see, is worth nothing. You'll be lucky if you just stay in business. So what's the best digital transformation idea? Digital capital is the best digital transformation, right? I mean, for 30 years, we've been transforming books and records and email or letters and packages and pictures and VHS cassettes and the like. But that's all digital information. Digital information it's interesting. It does create enormous value, but the truth is the first 30 years of digital transformation will be an order of magnitude less important than the next 30 years of digital transformation. And the real bull here, the extraordinary opportunity, is the digital transformation of capital, the digital transformation of property, the digital transformation of money. And if you want to be a physicist and be deep about this, it's the digital transformation of matter and energy.
Now, I want y'all to realize something. Today, I'm 31, okay? Shout out to my 17, 16, and 18-year-olds. I mean, y'all gonna be a little older too, but you'll be a little younger than me. But by the time we reach, from Michael Saylor's opinion, by the time we reach full scale of digital transformation, I'll be like 92. I'll be 92. Okay. I don't know if anybody, so if you a little older than me, just understand that you won't see the full scale of digital transformation. I may not see the full scale of digital transformation, but our kids, our grandkids, our great-grandkids, great-great-great-great-grandkids, and even greater, they will be able to look back and say, yo, he, she, my grandmother, my granddad, great-great-great, did what they were supposed to do to be able to set up our last name for what it is today.
Not the digital transformation of information, but the digital transformation of matter and energy. And where are we? Well, I mean, first of all, you're talking about $900 trillion of assets that are in the analog world. So I don't know what Apple's worth or what Microsoft is worth, but books weren't worth 900 trillion when they transformed them, and nor were CD records worth 900 trillion. As of today, 0.1% of the capital in the world is digital.
Wow.
99.9% is this, right? We're very early in the digital transformation cycle of capital.
Wow.
Right? The world is living in analog assets.
Somebody
We have
screenshot this and send it to me.
analog money, we have analog bonds, we have analog real
Somebody screenshot this and send it to me.
estate, we have analog equity, we have analog art, a lot of analog stuff.
Wow.
$900 trillion of it, but the 900 trillion doesn't just reflect the value of the physical stuff. It reflects a monetary premium over and above the utility value of the stuff. People buy real estate not just to live in, they buy real estate as a store of value. And they buy equities not just because they want to capture the cash flows of the company. They buy equities because they want a store of value and they feel like it's preferable to holding cash. And for 500 years, people have been buying art as a store of value. It was scarce, desirable, portable property. If you had to leave the city, you could take it with you. And gold is the same thing. People have been buying gold as a store of value. So something like half of all this capital is really a monetary premium. And,
Wow.
and the other half may be a utility. We are just 1 trillion out of the 900 trillion right now. Very early. Crypto proof of work is the best way to create digital capital. The world wants digital capital. What's the best way to do it? Crypto proof of work. That is to say, when you're running a proof of work mining operation that converts energy into information that can be secured and transferred via cryptography. Not all crypto is based on proof of work, and therefore not all crypto is digital capital.
Wow.
A lot of it just looks like a digital security. But what's special about this particular approach, which is, of course, the Bitcoin architecture, is it creates a decentralized asset. It creates a physical asset. There's a physical linkage to the real world via the electricity and the silicon that makes it thermodynamically sound and integrates it into the universe and not just the metaverse. It's sovereign. You can take custody of this. It's egalitarian. The protocol is open. Anybody, anywhere on Earth can engage in this network. It's permissionless. It's global, right? This is the best idea, the best way to create digital capital. What's the best crypto proof of work asset? Bitcoin is the best. How good is it? It's 97% of all of the market cap of crypto proof of work. After Bitcoin, you have to go all the way down to Dogecoin, literally a joke created over the weekend by an engineer as a joke to find the second best. Obviously, there is no second best proof of work asset. You know what? There's no second best crypto. Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Now, why is it the best crypto asset? Because it's increasingly clear that no other crypto token is going to achieve institutional acceptance this decade.
What?
Bitcoin is the only crypto that's going to cross the chasm. You could see the writing on the wall when the spot ETF of Bitcoin was approved in January.
This man is
By
nuts.
the end of May, you'll know that Ethereum is not going to be approved.
This man
And when
is
Ethereum
crazy.
is not going to be approved, sometime this summer, it'll be very clear to everyone that Ethereum is deemed a crypto asset security, not a commodity. After that, you're going to see that Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Ripple, Cardano, everything down the stack is just a crypto asset security unregistered. None of them will ever be wrapped by a spot ETF. None of them will be accepted by Wall Street. None of them will be accepted.
Yo, Mr. Branch went off over on YouTube. Yo, shout. I was waiting for Mr. Branch to pop in on me. Hey, he said, you absolutely need to get your head out, yo. Hey, I'm gonna let you wonder what Mr. Branch said. I'm gonna let you wonder what Mr. Branch said. But shout out to everybody, man. I just wanted to start the show off. We literally the show just started. Like I know y'all feel like it's the end, but it just started. Ain't that crazy? Like we watched so much and we went through so much, and we really even covered nothing yet. But I felt like this was like the most important thing because Michael Saylor is pushing a certain initiative to institutions. He's getting that institutional buy-in. Okay, crypto currently, if we look at the market cap, okay, we're at $2.34 trillion. He said Bitcoin's only at 1 trillion. So he's not even focused on the other one. He's focused only on that $1.2 trillion. So we're going to see what happens when majority of these cryptos, a lot of these crypto projects, potentially a lot of them, meme coins and stuff that don't have real world utility, potentially goes to zero. Maybe they don't completely go to zero, but they won't have as large of a market cap as a lot of these other tokens, as you've seen with the S&P 500. I feel like that was the most important thing to show today. You know, we know what's happening. We know all the news. We don't really need all of that, right? However, I do want to allow for my guy Augustin Karsten to talk to you all because the BIS Innovation Summit, okay, is happening right now, May 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. And this was a quick video clip from yesterday's segment of the Innovation Summit. And this is the Bank of International Settlements. This is the central bank of all central banks. Pay attention.
And why do I was speaking about quantum leaps? Because if we see the progress of how technology has been incorporated into financial practices, it has been very, very gradual. And a very big thing that hold us back are the nature of legacy systems. So at some point, you have to break with the past, you know. At the end of the day, it's not that easy. You have to do a gradual approach, but you also at some point need to go to the big jump. I always give the example of when I was governor of the Central Bank of Mexico. And, you know, Mexico is a large country and we needed to distribute bills. And we had these old planes to distribute the bills. And every year they would come to me and say, we need all this budget to fix the plane. And so I started revising it, you know. And at some point you have to say, I will not modernize, in quotation marks a DC-9 to distribute bills. At some point you have to buy the new technology. At some point you have to say that DC-9 should go into, you know, the garbage can and you need to get a new plane. And so we got a new plane and it became very efficient and we saved a lot of money and everybody was happy. At some point, we need to do that with the financial system, you know. So a lot of what we discovered is that friction or difficulties is cherished also by some intermediaries because they make money out of it, you know. So to get the dynamics moving, we have to push, but we have to come with a workable plan. And
all right. So he's comparing, okay? He's comparing our financial system to an old plane. Eventually, the plane has to be upgraded, right? And so right now, we're in that upgrading process. You all are in the middle of that upgrading process. I wanted to pull up a document real quick because, you know, Michael Saylor said that nothing's going to be used over the next decade. That man, I'm telling you, I don't know what he's smoking on, but I usually would say I want some, but I don't want that. I don't know what he's smoking. I don't know what he's smoking on. All right. I don't know what he's smoking on. Okay. But it don't seem like it's working for him. Okay. Or maybe it is. I don't know. All right. But we just have to continue to pay attention. Now, let's take a look at this. Now, this is under the regulatory scrutiny of international standards from the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure of the BIS. I felt like this was very important to bring up right after that particular video. And so I want to just go through this quick little part of the document. I'm pretty sure we can go find the entire document eventually, and we probably will do that. But I want to just read a little bit about this, okay? From a legal standpoint, whether something is money or currency is determined by the laws of an individual jurisdiction, with many jurisdictions providing a monopoly to the national currency under the aforementioned functional role of money. Okay, in such jurisdictions, absent a change in law, crypto assets will not be legal forms of money. Other jurisdictions, however, have been more facilitative. Hong Kong, China, Japan, Singapore. Family, Hong Kong and Japan are going to be two extremely, extremely large players in this space. And they've been, an SBI, which is out of Japan, has been a partner of Ripple since the beginning down there. Okay, so we know for a fact that Ripple's going to have a huge, have its way over there. Okay, overall, this question of whether to allow the use of crypto assets for payments and settlement appears to largely be a domestic policy question. To date, Bitcoin has been the most popular in economies, while with very volatile currencies, often issued by governments with financial challenges. It therefore seems that the question of whether Bitcoin or other crypto assets can challenge sovereign alternatives has been answered. Good money will drive out bad, regardless of the source. In jurisdictions which do not regulate crypto assets as money, other potential approaches apply beyond prohibition. Okay, so we are in the prohibition phase, all right? Or the development of a specific legal framework, as has been done in Japan. The most common issue in such jurisdictions is whether crypto assets can be recognized as a part of the central bank under international standards from the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure of the BIS. Pay attention. Payment system is a broader concept than just currency, and it includes rules, participants, etc. Crypto assets do form payment systems, but these are alternative payment systems. The question of whether a given crypto asset will be recognized as part of the formal payment system will largely depend on how it is meant to be used in a given jurisdiction. Bitcoin and Ether often fall outside, while Ripple and XRP often fall within the system. Anyway, let's keep on going, y'all. This is pure ridiculous. This is pure ridiculous right here. Now let me take you over here real quick to Augustine again. You got to hear what Augustine had to say, because see, the BIS, they're the guys who's going to, push out the whole agenda. They're already telling you in the documents. They just told you opposite of what Michael Saylor just said. Who cares about Michael Saylor and what he has to say? I'd rather hear Augustine Carsten. Listen up.
Economic point of view, I think a key aspect is to think, if you think of the internet as a living body, you need a heart and you need a circulatory system. What is the heart and circulatory system in this case is a little bit also what we are developing internally, which is Agora. And Agora basically, through time, we have learned that we have put a tremendously effective monetary system based on the interaction of commercial banks and central banks. At the end of the day, what makes central bank money to be singular, to be exactly the same as central bank money, is the fact that all those payments are settled in the accounts of the central bank. And that's a construction that is extremely valuable. I think I cannot imagine a payment system or a financial system without it.
RippleNet is the brain of the Finternet, and Stellar is the veins. That's a heavy one right there. Now, if you all didn't know, There's another conference going on right now in Las Vegas. Well, it just ended, but XRP Las Vegas. All right. This is the second one they had. And darn it, I missed it again. Okay. I will be at this third one. I'm not missing no more XRP Las Vegas. And I recommend that, when crypto does go up, save you a little bag for conferences. Put you a stable coin conference bag aside, because see, these conferences is what really will change everything for you. And if you've never been to a conference, I recommend you all try to make it out to Austin, Texas, this month for the consensus. All right, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in Austin at Consensus. Okay, so I recommend that if you all can make it happen, man. Go to Consensus. Shoot, I'm down to get an Airbnb if y'all really want to make it a thing. Like if the nerds can make it a thing, like y'all want to do a nerds meetup in Austin, Texas for Consensus. I don't know if y'all would be down a coffee and crypto meetup, nerds meetup, just a link up real quick out in Austin. You know what I mean? We can get crypto nerd shirts and coffee and crypto shirts. Collab. We could do like a collab, like a collaborate. I don't know, but I feel like, and even if it ain't this year, maybe next year, maybe it's too soon for a lot of you all. Okay. I don't know where your finances are, but yo, hey, it's about to be a movie. So I want y'all to hear from Joel Katz real quick, about what's happening.
Building on XRP Ledger. Can we talk about new developments there?
Well, so the AMM obviously is new. I think we have forthcoming protocol changes that are being discussed. One of them possibility is the lending protocol, which is it's interesting because it's a sort of semi-DeFi application. The loans sort of take place in the outside world, and the ownership of the portfolio of loans and the revenue return to investors and whether there's tradable liquidity tokens, those are all on the ledger. So that's sort of interesting. We're very interested in applications that are between DeFi and TradFi. Real world asset tokenization is another example of an application that kind of brings the TradFi and DeFi worlds together. We think that that's something that Ripple is in a good position to do. And we think that those kinds of use cases make sense for the XRP ledger. Another thing that I'm really...
All right, so that was just a quick little clip. Look, I just want to give y'all some, just information. I believe it's important to see this space from two different sides. I believe, I'm not a maxi of any crypto. Okay, I don't have a favorite. If you ask me what's my favorite, I don't have one. All right, they're all going to work together. They're interoperable. I'm just making sure that I'm well diversified within my own means. I want to make sure that, I've invested enough. Have I invested more than the next person? Probably not. My situation is different. But for what I have and how my life has been over the years, and me being a full-time entrepreneur and even being able to have money to not have a guaranteed income for the last 6 years, y'all, and still be able to take some money and invest into this space the best that I can, I'm proud of myself. And if you've done the same, you should also be proud of you. Don't compare. Don't look over to the next person. It's not about them. It's about your own journey. And I just want y'all to know that I'm extremely proud and I'm extremely humble that you all show up every time, because you really don't. And I'm grateful to have each and every single one of y'all. So we will start our Q&A now, because we still have about 7 minutes left for the show. So we finished in record timing. I did drop the link for you all to my new book. You know what I mean? If you rock with me, if you don't mind just dropping a quick 25 today, look, I don't need you to buy the book, but I promise you, you may want to buy it, right? No, it's not a physical book, because we're in a digital world. Why would I go back and why would I print physical books when physical books is about not even be a thing one day, right? Did you see did y'all see the movie Book of Eli? Did y'all see that movie? They don't put stuff in movies for no reason. So why would I go out here and create something that's going to be obsolete? Yes, maybe I will create physical books, but God darn it, get the information the way you can. And the fastest way, you ain't got to wait for no book to be shipped to you. You can start the information right here, right now with the ebook. So if you click that link that I just dropped, if you're on YouTube or Twitter, you click the link in my bio for the link tree in the About Us section on YouTube or on our link. Guys, you can go and grab that book, and it's only like 25 bucks. 25 bucks, and it's 6 steps. Maybe there's a step that you're missing. Maybe there's a step that you need to get a little bit better at, right? When I was writing this book, I learned a lot. So if I learned a lot writing the book, what do you think you're going to do reading the book? Let's be clear. Let's not forget who really is. Like, let's not forget who's the GOAT in the space. GOAT is not about money. GOAT is not about who has the most money. GOAT is about the commitment. GOAT is about the love of the craft. That's what GOAT stands for. It's about the commitment, the passion, the purpose, the tenacity, the waking up every day and being relentless in the space. Y'all rock with some of the greatest GOATs. Anointed Ali is on a call right now. The man is addicted, a real GOAT. And the good thing about GOATs is the farm is big enough for all the GOATs. It ain't just gonna be one GOAT. You don't go to a doggone, you don't go to the San Diego Zoo. You don't go to the Atlanta Zoo and it's one GOAT. It's a whole farm of GOATs. They're all GOATs. Multiple GOATs. Okay? So it's not just one GOAT. I'm telling y'all right now, click that link, go grab that book. Okay. And enjoy that read. Enjoy that read. I'm putting a lot of personalized content in there. I'm really excited about what I can do with this book and how many lives it can really impact. Because when I really thought about it, family, the reason why I wrote this particular book, it really, honestly, my first two books was because I wanted to be able to say, hey, I've written some type of, good content for the space. This next book, this was for the people that DM me, message me, I meet in person and say, hey, do you know of any beginner crypto books? And I can't vouch for any. And my very first book, The Secret of Crypto and Money, if I can be real with y'all, is 69 pages. It's a little still too long for the common person's capacity to read. So I made a book that we're trying to keep under 30 pages, right? I think right now I'm at 28 or 29 pages while editing the entire thing. Okay. So I wanted to go ahead and get you all plugged in. It is a pre-order. You can get the book cheaper right now on pre-order because the price will go up once the book comes out. So I recommend that everybody go grab that book, man. Look, it'll be the best $25 investment that you've made probably, this week, and it's only Tuesday. All right. So I appreciate everybody. I do want to start the Q&A. If you're interested in joining our Discord group, remember we did end the lifetime membership promos that we were doing, but there's still room for you to join. You can inquire by texting me at my number or just DMing me, emailing, however you got to get in touch with me. Also, if you are looking for one-on-one sessions, you know what I mean? You want to sit down, talk about your portfolio, make sure that you're in the right, you have everything set up properly. In my humble opinion, you can book those one-on-one consultations with me. Love to sit down and just go over your portfolio, talk to you about your goals, and just figure out how we can make sure that you're moving in the right direction. Because one thing about one thing I can say about Anointed is we've been through almost 2 bull runs, but for surely one. And we remember the downside. Remember when everything tanked from that first bull run going into 2018. So one thing I will tell you all is there's a lot of things that we could have did better. Anointed talks a lot about it on the Wednesday call and the Sunday call that he hosts for the crypto nerds. I talk about it a lot, but I stopped talking about strategy specifically online because that is kind of giving financial advice. So I don't talk about strategies too much anymore. I talk about that with people who book sessions. So if you're looking to develop that strategy, link up with me. I got your back. One session is really all you need, and I will make sure that you're good. But if you want to do a continuation, I would love to work with you. With that being said, if there's anybody that has any Q&A time, feel free to come up. We have about 2 or 3 more minutes, and then we're going to get up out of here. So if there's anybody, feel free to raise your hands. I'd love to hear from you on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. And be on the lookout. We'll drop the flyer today for episode 200. Oh, that was the last announcement. My bad, y'all. For the 200th episode, starting tomorrow until midnight on Thursday, I'm going to run a promo. Okay, it's going to start tomorrow, though. I'm going to run a promo. I'm going to give out all of my master classes. That's the XRP, the H-bar, the V-chain, I believe Stronghold. We have quite a few. There's another money master class that we have as well. I think it's like 5 or 6 master classes. Each one of those master classes, I think are like 100 to 200 bucks online. I'm going to give all of I'm going to look them up. I don't care what it is. Every master class I got, I'm going to do it in a one bundle package for 2 days only. At the end of it, it's over with. $200, everything out the door. $200 for every master class. H-Bar will teach you how to set up everything. The XRP masterclass will teach you how to set up your ZUM wallet, well now Zaman wallet, how to set up the Pro account, how to do everything, how to go through that. The VeChain is going to teach you how to go through everything with VeChain, but also how to set up your VeChain specific wallet. Same thing for Stronghold. You're going to have that Stellar. You're going to have that Lobster wallet training. So each masterclass comes with the specific wallet that you need to get airdrops, to be able to really plug into the liquidity side of things. I'm telling you, if you got 200 bucks, you can get every masterclass. I'm just going to give them away. I'm going to give them away because that's just celebration time. So if you're interested in that, you can text me at 404-703-9243 or DM me, but 404-703-9243, and you can text me masterclass, and I'll make sure that you get that link and you get every single masterclass that I have for 200 bucks. And if you miss that deal, then you will pay $200 per masterclass, and times 5 is $1,000. So you just got to kind of ask yourself, do you need the masterclasses? Do you need to set this stuff up? It's up to you. I don't see any hands raised, and that's okay. I've done what I needed to do here today. So I want to thank each and every single one of you all for coming out to play. You know what I mean? And I hope that you continue to stay bullish. Meet us here at 10 a.m. sharp on Thursday. And if you're interested in anything that we talked about today, you can text that number. I'm going to reply. I'll give you a call. And I appreciate each and every single one of you all for being the best part of the show. Have an amazing day. Peace and blessings.